Hi ladies, this is Diane Tuggle from the Happy Scrapbooker, and today we're going to be working with Delicate Pines stamp and dies. This is the stamp set with the dies, and we're going to be making a slim line card. So this is the card. You see some of the detail. It's got really soft colors. The colors that we're using are crumb cake for the base, some white, and some cloud cover. So these are some of the embellishments that we'll be using. These are called traditional sparkle sequins, and we're just using the cloud cover color. And then we're using our linen thread to make a bow. Let me show you the beautiful stamp set. So we're going to be stamping a background using the snowflakes or the pine boughs, whichever you want to call them. And I'm going to open this up. This has got a lot of dies. And I might not have them in here right, but we're using this pine bough, double pine bough right here, this leaf, and we are also using one for the stamped pine bough and this stamped branch. We're using the verse, it says it's the most magical time of the year. So I'm going to put that away for now. We are also using a Everyday Arches die. We're using the fourth one from the outside, so the fourth largest. And this is to have a base to work on. And then we are using a greeting for the inside. Let's see, where is it? It's here somewhere. Oh, here it is. Season's Greetings. So it's this word right here and this label die that goes with it, which is this one right here. And you can see there's a lot of really cool labels there. And they have a lot of detail in them. So when you cut this out, you have this little loose edge you could run a ribbon through if you wanted to. So that's our inside of our card. And this is Traditional Labels, which is a new set this year. And that one away. We are using, this is from last year, it's called Christmas Labels. We're using Merry Christmas to You, and we are heat embossing that. Can you see it right here? I just like the way it lays on the circle. It has like movement to it. I think it's really pretty. And so we're using our Wow white embossing powder and Versamark ink to do the heat embossing. The other inks we're using are Cloud Cover and Crumb Cake. And we are going to also be using Stylish Shape dies to get the circle. So this is the largest circle. And then the largest banner we'll be cutting out in the cloud cover. And then the two narrow skinny banners will be cutting this. It's the most magical time of the year. On this one, I just fussy cut it, but this time we're going to be using the dies. So, and this, by the way, is a 5x7 card in a similar style, same colors. And you can see these little berries on here. On this one, I cut them out of our glimmer paper. We have some real pretty blues this year. So I have already done the heat embossing for this front of the card, and I stamped the inside greeting. And I've cut a few pieces. This is I stamped the verse, "It's the most magical time of the year," twice, because when you cut it out with the dies, you're going to have to cut one from this little part right here. You see that? And one from where it starts with magical. So you get two of those. Let me put those over here to the side before I lose them. So we're going to go ahead and cut our card base. A slim line card base. So it's very easy. You're getting a regular size piece of cardstock, which is 8.5 tall by 11 wide. So 8.5 is what you need for the height of a slimline card. So we're going to cut it down to 7 inches, 8.5 by 7. This is our scrap. And then we're going to score it in the middle at 3.5. And that is our, oops, I don't think I scored it at 3.5. I scored it 3.25. Okay, 3.5. That is our slimline card. So we also need a front for the card, and that's going to be a 1/4 inch smaller all the way around. So it's going to be 8.25 by 6.75. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to stamp the front of the card. I'll put it right here. I'm going to use my cloud cover ink, and I'm going to do some snowflakes, or pine boughs. So we're going to go here, and here, and here. And then I'm going to do partial and partial. And then we're going to put some filler in. I love these. And then the smallest snowflake. Okay, that's good. That's the front of our card. So we'll go ahead and we will put it on this card base right here, and move my foam pad for stamping, and we'll go ahead and glue it in place. I'm going to use liquid glue. This one's about empty. Hopefully it will last through this video. So there we go. That's the front of our card. Put it right like that. So, let me see if I have one of those. Hold on 1 second. I have I'm back. I just want to put some temporary adhesive on the inside of this first card so it doesn't keep popping up. There we go. So this is what we're going to do. We can put it on the inside. Well, we'll put our inside greeting in. So we will just go ahead and do that. There's the inside of our card. And now I'm I'm going to do another one of these temporary adhesive tabs, just so that when I work on this, it won't keep popping up. Okay, so now I'm going to build a base. So this is my Everyday Arch die, and I'm trying to keep it like 2/3 of the way into the card, so that when everything lays out, it will be placed properly. So we're just going to glue that on. Okay, and then this is our largest banner. And we're going to put that on there in just a minute. First, I want to make sure where this is going. So I want this arched front of this cardstock to be like a shadow of this. So I'm going to put it in place first. And then we can put this in place. So ladies, I'm having a contest from now until October 15th. This is September 11th, 2025. So if you go to my group page on Facebook called The Happy Scrapbooker, and there's a tab across the top that says Features. Let me see, I'll get my phone and show it to you. I'll show you what it looks like. Go to Facebook, get that off. Go to groups. So it's called The Happy Scrapbooker. Diane Tuggle at The Happy Scrapbooker is actually what it's called. And you have to ask to join. And then at the top, there's a tab. It goes across. It says You, Chats, Featured, About, and Photos. If you hit Featured, it has my contest right here. So this is the contest. You have to put in a hashtag 2025 fall contest so that I know it's an entry. And then you can read the rules right here. You use the hashtag, you make a post with a winter or holiday themed card with snow or snowflakes somewhere on the card. And you also use Stampin' Up! Supplies. They can be retired, and list the supplies used. And you have until October 15th to get your entries in. And you can enter 3 times, and you will win. If you win, put your name in the hat and we'll pull it. This stamp and die set, which is worth $56.50. And I'm doing that to grow my channel and to grow my Facebook page. So I hope you'll take the time to join the contest. And randomly through the month, I will send some little freebies out to people. So I might be contacting you for your mailing address, and I'll mail you a little gift in the mail. So that'll give you incentive to join. So let me put that away. So that's the stamp set and die set we're using today. So you're going to stamp yourself some of these pine boughs and the long skinny pine boughs and the pine cones. And I have done that, and I have die cut them out. You will also die cut this, and this is the double pine bough in crumb cake, and you need 3 of the leaf clusters in the cloud cover. So we will start by gluing this down. So this one right here, we're going to glue down at the bottom because it curves with the circle. So that's how we start it. And then the next one is this leaf branch, and we're going to glue it like that, following the circle. So I'm just going to put a dot of glue on the leaves and put it in place, give it a chance to set up. Okay, and then we're going to need another blue leaf, and I think I'm going to pinch it off so I only have the last 3 leaves, and we'll glue that down right on top of that pine bough. So just a little dot of glue. There we go. Okay, let's see what else we got here. All right, we have these little long, skinny pine boughs, and I'm gonna cut them in half so that I can place them where I want them. I think I have 3 of them. I'm not sure if I'll use all 3 of them. But we're gonna put some of them up on dimensionals. These are the little bitty ones. So we'll put one right there. And I think I'm gonna put one flat right down here. And I'm gonna take another one of these branches of pine boughs, and I'm going to put that on dimensionals. Pop that up. We're just making an attractive looking cluster here. So that goes there. So that's 1, 2, 3. Now we need another one of these leaves, and I think I'm going that way with it. So we're gonna put it like right here. Get a little blue out there. And I might put another one of those skinny pine boughs on there, using the mini dimensionals. Let's see, we'll put it about right there. Okay, now we're gonna take this crumb cake colored one, cut that in half. I actually cut 2 of those, so I'm gonna use 3 sections of it. So I'm gonna glue one going that way, and I'm gonna use this other glue because it will not be sticky if any of it comes through. So we'll stick that one right there. And we're gonna stick one going that way. And then we will, I'm gonna pinch off part of that so I only have this part. I'm gonna put one going right there. So we'll get them on there. I think we need those. Okay, now we have our little pine cones. We need, whoops, 5 of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, I got 6. I got 7 of them, so we'll see where they go. Okay, those all go right there. Now let's take our little bow. I made it out of the linen thread. It's probably too long, but we can cut it off. We're going to grab a glue dot and kind of squinch it up on the knot. And we're gonna put that just right there. And yeah, it's definitely too long. We'll cut some of that excess off. Okay, let's put our little pine cones in place. We are going to use, believe it or not, we're going to use the large dimensionals because they fit on there perfectly, like they were made for it. So we're going to put one right down here. And I'm gonna put one, see how they fit right on the back of those pine cones perfectly. I'm gonna put one under this, whoops, under this little pine bough. Okay. And we will put another one right there. And that's 3. We need 2 more. So I'm going to put one right there. Right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. We need one more. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I only have 4 on there, but we're gonna make it an odd number, so we'll put one more. Let's see, where should we? It might be underneath there that we have it. There we go. Okay. Let me find my other little banner piece. Stick these back in the tray and get rid of these little pieces of paper. I cut it. Where did it go? Not there. Is it stuck to something? No, not stuck there. Not stuck there. I need the words, it's the most magical. Is it stuck here? No. It's so frustrating when you had something all fixed and ready. Let's see if it's stuck to the bottom of anything. No? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and cut another one. So I just need the words, it's the most magical. And I'm going to go to my die cutting machine and cut that out. And I will be back in a second. I'm just going to turn around behind you and run this through. Right here, ladies, right here. I haven't left you, I promise. I said, where did that crazy woman go? Okay, I'll find it as soon as I don't need it. Okay, it's the most. So I'm gonna add these on here with some skinny strips of dimensional. So I'm gonna put that right there. I love this color combination. Blues are I love blue Christmas cards. I just think they're really, really pretty. But you could make this a sympathy card or a thinking of you card or just a happy winter card or okay, we're gonna put it's the most. I'm gonna put it up here just a little bit. And magical, we don't want to cover up our Christmas. Maybe we need to move that up higher. Let's get our main piece down first. I like these strips of dimensionals, so we want to strategically place it where it's not covering up any of these words. And then we'll put this one, we could put it a little cockeyed. Okay, now we're gonna add our glitter sequins. These are really shiny and pretty. I'm gonna be using just the cloud cover, and I'm gonna put an odd amount on here. 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'm going to use some bigger ones up here on the top. 6, and the medium one. 7, so I did 7 sequins. You get a whole lot of these with the package. And it's got some gold, some cherry cobbler, granny apple green, and the cloud cover. So really pretty colors. So there's our card. Let me open it back up. Take that little tab thing off. So you can see, let me bring them up close. This is the one we just did, where I used the dies for the burst. There you go. And this is the first one where I did the fussy cutting, and I did it in the crumb cake color instead of the cloud cover. So I don't know which one you think is the prettiest, but I love this color combination. And here is my 5x7 card. And I used Peaceful Garden stamp set Peace on Earth for that one. And on the inside it says, "May the magic of Christmas fill each corner of your heart and home." So there you go, ladies. And don't forget to enter my contest to join my Facebook group page. And I would love to hear from you. Thanks for watching and have a great day.